Hello friends, this is Sam Cheney reporting for WeaponizedNews.com. Today's March 19th, 2016, and there's massive protests going on all around the country against Donald Trump. Trump protesters block streets in Fountain Hills, Arizona. Anti-Trump protesters block Arizona road, chain themselves to stalled cars to keep candidate away from rally. There they are, blocking traffic. Anti-Trump protesters blocked an Arizona highway and created a traffic nightmare in a bid to keep the GOP frontrunner and his supporters from attending a Saturday rally in Fountain Hills. The Trump haters parked their cars in the middle of the three-lane road that leads to Fountain Park, where the candidate was scheduled to speak later that day. And some protesters even chained themselves to their vehicles to slow down the cops' efforts to clear the blockade. Police eventually dispersed the crowd and arrested 3 people. We don't want Donald Trump in Arizona. We don't want his hatred, one protester said. An Army vet who has a cane because of nerve damage from when he was shot while serving overseas walked to the Trump rally. And it just goes on. Here's some live coverage of anti-Trump protesters going on right now in Arizona. So the tolerant left, save America, no to hate, no to Trump. One protest sign right here that we see. So the tolerant left wing is holding hundreds of protests around the country now ongoing against Donald Trump. Hundreds rally at anti-Trump protests in Manhattan. So the tolerant, loving liberal left, who are really fascist goons, thugs, funded by foundations, George Soros, MoveOn.org, Black Lives Matter, RevCom, are all coming out against Donald Trump, as well as the Republican establishment and the Democrat establishment. Protester beheads Trump effigy hanging from a noose. And here's some video of that. Very tolerant people.
Run a country when he can't even do his hair right.
There's an effigy of Donald Trump being beheaded. Here's another video at the same action. There's Donald Trump right there, an effigy of him. Wow. So that's the tolerance left answer to the Republican presidential frontrunners to block traffic, to have massive protests, to block his free speech and his supporters' right to hear his message, and to go out and behead effigies of Donald Trump. I now support Trump more than ever, as many other people counter these protesters with voting for Trump. Do your own research about this most important presidential election. Subscribe to this channel, speak out, and take action.